Yeah, absolutely. And I always tell people, especially in the live music scene, that obviously do your homework. You need to know like 95 to 99% of it, and then you can rely on that, that 1 to 5%, as a visual cue from every now and then. But I always use the phrase "be," don't ever be glued to a prompter or iPad or whatever. It's okay to
Mm.
glance, just don't be glued, because if you're glued to it, you obviously did not do your homework.
Well, that's
And
exactly you
yeah,
gotta know the assignment.
you got to know the assignment inside and out. But if you need to lean on a crutch here and there, not no big deal. Now, for those of you guys watching the YouTube, I do have a screenshot that I like to share every now and then. This is a I'll
Like and
illustrate
subscribe.
I'll illustrate my with words for those of us just listening. But what we're looking at here is this was not a staged screenshot. This was an actual screenshot of an alternative grunge band in the Dallas area last year. Some good friends of mine actually, and the two singers. These singers aren't in the band anymore, so I don't mind using this as the example. But, but the two singers, the gentleman on the left is he's looking down and at his iPad. It's about chest level, and he's kind of fixated on it. And the guy on his left, um, is he's looking down. Not only is he looking down his iPad intently, he's not singing. He's scrolling. He's using his hands scrolling. And then there's another picture of him literally leaning into his iPad with his microphone as if he's singing to the iPad, not to the audience. Okay, and I call it the three deadly sins. When you're using something like this as an iPad that's more or less in your face, swiping, squinting, and it's scrolling. You're scrolling with your hands. And so when I saw this, I had already started the company at this point. But when I saw this, I was like, dude, I've got to get a picture of this because this is the story. This is the story I want to tell because these guys are not unique. This
You
is
know how
happening
they
on so many
say
stages all
you
across the
know
country. Yeah.
you know how they say a picture is worth 1,000 words?
Mhm.
This picture is worth 1,000 teleprompters. I mean, or black box prompters to be
There you go.
specific. But
Yeah. Yeah.
it's looking at these pictures. And again, folks, like and subscribe and check out the videos on YouTube. We have a video of every episode that coming out, plus more content.